Hey everybody, Sinister Lex here. Today's video is going to be answering a question about how and when do I pitch the rates on an Upwork interview or when I'm trying to get the client to work with me. How and when does that happen? And before I go into that, I want you guys to know that this is a video specifically made for one person, although I know many of you have this same exact problem, and this is going to help some of you. That's why I wanted to do a video, but this is in response to one specific person's question about it. So I want you guys to know that if you ask me questions, I will sometimes make videos for you and to try and answer those questions so that other people can also benefit from that. So it's okay if you guys drop that shit down below and ask me questions sometimes. Like, it's totally cool. And also, I've got a 4-part series coming up that I'm about to publish an announcement on, another video, so go see that. You can see that all about a 4-part series that's coming up starting Thursday, where I will also be happy to answer some of these questions. So if you have them, go over there and drop them in a comment on that video so I know to try and address those issues in that 4-part series. Anyway, that's coming up later this week, but this video is addressing how and when I pitch the sale to clients. So you send off a proposal, or maybe a client contacts you and now you're in an interview with them, right? You have accepted their interview and now you are, at this stage, you're in text chat. So maybe you are on Upwork text chat, or maybe you are in Skype text chat. You could be in either of these talking back and forth, but most likely you're on Upwork text chat right now. And where do you go from here? They ask you a little bit about your services and you talk back and forth maybe a couple times, but the one thing that a lot of people want to know is, what is your rate? What is your price for this job? And then you pitch that to them through text chat. I very rarely, guys, I want you to know this and think carefully about it, but I very rarely ever pitch through text chat. I do not do that, and the reason I do not do that is because you will get shafted. If you do that, one of two things is going to happen. There are only two things that can happen in this situation. Okay, there's a lot of things that can happen, but there are two things that normally happen. The first thing that happens is you pitch your rate and the client disappears, because as soon as you tell them your rate, they're just out of there. Why? Because you haven't proven your value yet. They don't believe that you're worth what you say you're worth, especially if you're pitching a different rate than what they already have set up. So whenever you accepted their interview, you are agreeing, you're not agreeing to anything yet, you're just saying, you're proposing your rate. There's a proposed rate, and that rate is what it's usually what they've set. So you can change that rate in there, but they usually have a set rate. So let's say they want you to write 2 emails and they have a rate of $5 per email. Well, you want to get like $20 per email. So when they start talking to you, one of the first things they ask is about your rates, and you say $20 per email, and then you just hear nothing back from them ever. Like, they just totally disappear. So that's one of the things that's going to happen to you if you're doing that, because you're going through text chat. The other thing that can happen to you is you just, no matter what you do, you end up with lowball rates. You'll end up accepting that $5 rate per email because it's what the client did. So the thing about text chat is, with text chat, the client has all the power most of the time. Most of the time they have the power. You can start to shift the power a little bit. You can prepare them for a power shift, but most of the time the client has all of the power. And whenever you're talking to them through text chat, it just means a couple things. First of all, you don't have that much power. Second of all, if you're talking to someone through text chat, if they don't want to meet you face to face, it's because they are unconfident about doing so. And that means they are probably someone who doesn't have a lot of business experience. They don't have a lot of experience working with freelancers. They are the kind of person who's looking for cheap rates, the cheapest bottom dollar rates, and that's what you're gonna get. So they've already said their price that they can accept. They wanna know if you're gonna charge higher than that, and if so, they're gonna go with the next guy. That's what's gonna happen. And when you do it by text chat, you give them a way out. There's no face-to-face interaction. There's no connection building. They have no reason to believe that you're the person who can solve their problems. So that is one reason I don't do text chat. Actually, that's pretty much like all the reasons I don't do text chat. So when do I pitch the sale? I do it on a call. I either get them on a phone call or a Skype call or a Zoom call, any of these, and it's either a video call or at least a voice-to-voice call, because you need that interaction. You need to talk to them and create a connection. There has to be rapport, and you have to prove that you are the person who can solve their problems. Now, there's a lot more to this, and we're gonna talk about it in this 4-part series coming up on Thursday, but I want you to know that do not freaking pitch the sale through text chat. The only instances I would do that is if I was okay with the rates. So like, let's say they want $100 per email. That's what they sent me, and I'm okay with that. Like $100 for a 500-word email, sure, no problem. I'll knock that out and make a quick $100. So I just go into text chat and I'm like, yeah, I can help you. Here's how I'll do it. Boom. We agree. We move forward. I get the deal. I get good feedback. The other instance where I would do that is probably if I was working with someone I already knew. If they're in my circle, or if there's someone that's in my sphere of influence, then probably I would go ahead and do that if they just don't have time for a video chat or whatever, because I already know that we can work together. So those are the two instances where I would do that. But if I want to get higher rates, if I want to bump up to that next level, if I want to take things up a notch, if I want to be able to earn more than what they're offering, then I know that I have to get them on a call, because that is the only way that's going to happen. I mean, I don't know, it's just about being professional, guys. If you're not getting people on a call, then it's one more thing that shows that you're not the professional that they need. These people, when I hire, I'm looking for something that sets you apart from everybody else. I get all these applications. All these people are coming in. I've got Upwork recommending people to me. I got people who want the job who are willing to do it for bottom dollar rates. Who do I choose? Well, I'm going to choose the person who shows that they're different from everybody else. And the moment you get them on a call, the moment you say, hey, we can talk about that on a call after we've made sure we're a match. By the way, that's another reason I don't do text chat, because whenever a client, if they won't do a call, I know they're not right for me, because I don't want to work with anyone who won't meet me face to face, eye to eye, or at least voice to voice, so that we can talk and make sure we're a match. Whenever you do text chat, it's difficult for most people to figure out if this person is someone they want to work with, and if you're both a match, if you can actually help them. Once you get them on a call, it's a whole different world. It's a whole different ball game. You can ask for way higher rates, and you can actually close way higher rates than you will ever get. I don't want to say ever get, but then you'll get most of the time through Upwork. So bottom line, when do I pitch the sale? I start talking to them through Upwork. I keep my Upwork conversations really short, text chat. And I ask them, when do they have time for a quick call so I can find out about their business? When can you meet for a quick call on Skype or Zoom? So most of the time, I will even give them a couple of dates and times. So first I want to know, what's your time zone? And then I have this, and this time available to meet. Which of those works best for you? And they're going to get on a call with you, and then you're going to ask questions about their business, you're going to dig into their pains, and eventually, after you guys know that you're a match, you're going to pitch your sale. It's at the end of the call. That's when it happens. It does not happen before that. It does not happen through text chat. If you aren't willing to do a call, if you aren't willing to get uncomfortable a little bit with that, then you're just going to get whatever they give you. You're not going to get those higher rates. You might get it every once in a while, but I guarantee most of the time you're not going to get the higher rates. There's just too much chance for miscommunication through text chat. There's too much opportunity to miss and misalign. Misalign yourself with them, then misalign with you. Maybe you're not a fit for the job, maybe they're not a fit for you. So that is the whole shebang, guys. I pitch the sale at the end of the interview call, because I want to meet these people and I want to know. And fuck my life. Yeah. I'm a professional, guys. Even though I can't say the word, I am a professional. And when I'm working with clients, I am a professional. I act like a professional. I go in and I don't wear this. This isn't what I wear on client calls, you guys. Think about this. You got to become a professional if you want to get higher rates. If you want to run a business, you got to act like you're in a business. I wear something nice. I look like I am someone who can help this person out. Now, you can wear whatever you want. You can do it however you want. It's your business to run. But I dress up a little bit. I put on a nice shirt usually. I comb my hair and stuff like that when I have hair. And I will get on there and show them that I'm the professional. I'm the guy who stands out from the rest. I don't just have a nice picture up. My picture matches my persona and my personality. And I know their problems. And I dig into those problems. And then eventually they're like, wow, we really click. You seem like you know my industry inside and out. And how do we move forward? That's what they're going to ask you, and that's when you pitch the sale. You cannot pitch the sale. You cannot pitch higher rates ever before they are ready to move forward with you. And they don't know that through text chat. They don't know. Until they say, how do we move forward? What's the next step? Until you hear those words come out of their mouth, you are not ready to pitch a sale, I promise you. And if you're doing it by text chat and you get to that point early on, it usually means bad things. I'm just gonna tell you right now. It means you're not working with the right people. It means you're working with people who are just starting up. It means you're working with clients who don't have any money and they don't wanna get on a call because they know you're gonna try and sell them on that call. That's your job, you're interviewing. I mean, what the hell else would you be doing? So that is what the call is for. Get on the call, interview, and then pitch the sale at the end of the call. That is my process. You guys can do it however you want. This is the way I get people at higher rates. It's how I get consistent full-time income. This is what I do, guys. So get people on a call. It's not scary. Just meet face-to-face. Set yourself up. Get yourself a camera. You can even do it on your phone. I've done a few Skype calls through my phone whenever Skype was jacking up on my computer. Your phone will work fine. Just make sure you have plenty of light. You don't have to have like big fancy lights like this. You can have like just wait till it's daytime. Make sure you're doing the call in daytime and either turn on one of those overhead lights like a fluorescent light or open your window a little bit so that you've got natural light coming in. All of these are usually enough to light up your room and just make you look like someone who can do the job, and then just ask questions, pitch the sale at the end of the call. So that's all I've got for this one. I hope this answered that question for you. Let me know if you have other questions down below. I think that's pretty much it, guys. Pitch the call, get on a freaking call, pitch the sale at the end of the call, video or phone, whatever. Subscribe down below if you want to see more, and I will see you next time.